Pronounced, defined, used in lexical dispatch. Peremptory, adjective, peremptorily, peremptoriness, expecting to be obeyed immediately and without any questions, authoritative, magisterial, imperious. Pall, verb, to become less interesting or enjoyable, grow wearisome, to cloy, to lose in interest or attraction or strength or courage, dwindle. His voice was deep, his tone peremptory, as if he were in charge. Sometimes I watched myself with horror as I handed her an empty rice bowl in a peremptory, silent command for her to refill it. Then there are those who may be excluded under peremptory challenges, being excused by the lawyers without any stated reason. Lawyers do not have to give a reason when using peremptory challenges or strikes, and typically use them to eliminate people who simply seem wrong for a case, based on a lawyer's instinct and trial experience. Many states are seriously considering cutting back on the number of peremptory strikes offered to both sides. Their father frowned, declaring in the same peremptory tone he'd once used to advise a military stint that, of course, Jonathan would change his mind when the right woman came along. Then he made a peremptory gesture toward the doorway that was still crowded with servants, and the two young women came scurrying. A rebel commander listens to the petitioners one by one and issues peremptory orders. They served notice, issued orders, made blunt and peremptory demands. I believe that requests with initial pleas can sound more peremptory than requests with final pleas. Another observer saw 4 military ballots in a row being peremptorily invalidated with no explanation. He was unmistakable in the peremptoriness of his voice and equally incomparable in his countenance. Orange mustard chicken was so peppery it palled after one bite. The sunlight dimmed a little. The adventure palled. But everything palled eventually, so they had reverted to recreating familiarity. But despite the big paycheck, the thrill of dealing with stolen Volvos and teenagers walking out of the Gap wearing 3 pairs of jeans palled after a few weeks. Her initial enchantment with the lab equipment had quickly palled. His loud screams and bouts of anger soon palled. The sunlight dimmed a little. The adventure palled. She felt the first intimation of the dark veils that awaited her. The first 50 pages were stimulating and provocative, but the remaining pages palled quickly, and he fell asleep.